Do I do this with YouTuber energy or my own energy? Or do I have like Disney energy? Hey, what's up you guys? It's me, Coryn Bennett, and you're watching Disney Channel. But like, this isn't Disney. Anyways, what's up you guys? It's me, Coryn, and Miss Julia's asked me to go through a few stretches and warm-ups with you guys because I'm a stretchy boy. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get to it.
Oh, wow. I would like to thoroughly apologize for that, guys. So I start by walking in place a bit, bouncing around, trying to get some blood flowing, just a tiny bit. And then I shake out and do some jumping jacks. I think I do 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I do 10. Because you got to get the blood flowing and you got to get your muscles warm, because if your muscles aren't warm, then they're not stretching. That's it. So I spread my legs and I do these side stretches. So you want to pull with your top arm over, straight over, not forward. And then hold that for about 10 seconds and do the other arm. And then I pull over and go into a flat back position after reaching straight up. I really like doing flat backs, but after a couple seconds I push into just a plain middle stretch. Hold that for 10 seconds and move on to your right leg or your left leg, whichever you prefer. I did my right leg. Just make sure that you do the other leg. Switch! I thoroughly apologize for this crackhead energy. Wow. Anyways, so after about 10 seconds of each side, I realized I forgot my arms. So I just started doing arm circles, the big ones, to get my shoulders moving. And then after a few, I switch sides. Or directions. Wow, you can't really switch sides in a circle. And then I did the basic shoulder stretches you do in gym class, because they are good. They're good shoulder stretches. Just make sure you keep your arms straight in this one. And over. I like to pull my elbow. Some people pull their hand. I pull my elbow. And over. It's impossible to look attractive while doing shoulder stretches. Wow. Anyway, so then I go back to legs and I do my feet. You can see I push really deeply into my point and a forced arch. So you want to curl your toes under and really push on it, and then forced arch, push down on it. So you can see I'm like really playing into it, and I do that until I feel like I did enough. And then I go into my favorite stretch of all time, this lunge hip flexor stretch. So you want to keep your hips square, and you can do that. Make sure you're doing that by lifting your back leg up, and if it goes straight up, then it's square, and if not, then you're not. And you want to keep your knee over your ankle. I cannot stress that enough. Knee over your ankle. I don't think you can see it on this side, but I'm really pushing down into my hips. Then we push back into this hamstring and calf stretch. Hip square. As you can see, like, my leg wasn't where it needed to be, so I pulled it over. And you just pull your chest to your knee. And then you move into flex foot, and on flex foot for this, it hurts really, really bad. And then I push back into that lunge stretch, and I go into what I call lizard. So you want to keep your hips straight, or square, once again, and just put your elbows on the floor beside you. And then I go ahead and I grab my back foot. If this hurts really, really bad, do not do it. Only do what you guys think you can do. And then I move to pigeon by just tucking that under. And this is a really good piriformis muscle stretch. piriformis muscle is a really nice way of saying the muscle in the very center of your butt. But make sure you stretch it because it hurts really bad when it's tight. So then I go to my splits. If you don't think you can do the splits for 15 seconds as I did them, then don't, but keep your hips square if you do. Make sure that back knee is tucked under and your toes are pointed. Then I get up and I do it all on the other side, except in a wonk order because I forgot what order I was doing it in. So, yeah. So we start with the toes and really push into them toes. I'm going to stretch that ankle. Stretchy ankles are important. Lunge. Keep your hips square. Hips square. Knee over ankle. Like, even as I wasn't talking in the video, I kept reminding people to keep their knee over their ankle. Wow. Push back. I hate this stretch. It hurts really bad. But it's so good for you. And then you flex your toes and it hurts. And you deal with it. Just kidding. If it hurts really, really bad, don't do it. But I don't know what I was messing with on the floor. Anyways, so this is where my order got messed up. Forgot what I was doing, so I just grabbed my back foot. Doesn't matter what order you do things in, as long as you do them, guys. And then I went to pigeon. Awkward transition because I wasn't where I needed to be. Oh, in pigeon, I spend 10 seconds up and then 10 seconds on my elbows because they feel different. Lizard, I love my lizard stretch, but I get so bored so quick. And splits. Once again, if they hurt you, don't do them. Just don't. It's not a good idea. Wait until after you stretch everything before you splits. I splits in the middle of my stretching. So from here, I do another piriformis stretch. So you put your ankle on your knee and you push into your legs with your torso. Switch. It hurts so good. So from this stretch, I go into the beloved butterfly stretch. And I like to push my legs down a little bit, give myself an extra push because sometimes I just forget and I don't stretch. So I make sure I do by pushing. I love butterfly. Look how deep my legs go. Nice. So then I push into my straddle stretches, and I didn't give myself enough room for these guys. So you reach over your body and grab that flexed right foot. And then I go chest to knee and grab that flexed right foot. So then I point. And I do chest to knee, grab that flexed right foot. And then I reach over my body and grab that flexed right foot. Or pointed. Wow, I said flexed twice when it was pointed. Then we go down to the middle, starting in flexed and then moving to pointed without getting up from it. It hurts a bit. Yeah. See me getting bored. So then I do the same thing on the left foot. You reach over your body for a few seconds because it helps stretch that side, and you reach chest to knee because it stretches different muscles. So yeah, you want to stretch all of your muscles. And I go to pointed, and then we go back to the middle, starting in pointed, and then moving to flexed. Then we do these hated straight leg stretches. I like these, not gonna lie. So I started in pointed, and then I bent my knees, flexed my feet, grab those after straightening my leg. And then here I like to do something a little weird. I hold on to my toes and I point them as hard as I can and I let them pull my body down. Shake out your legs and go back to butterfly. I love butterfly. So this time I pushed my chest down into my feet just to get some extra stretch in there. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. And then I had to get up because I had to go to a different room to do wall splits. I love wall splits. Okay, so then I do wall splits, and I do wall splits for a very long time. So as you can see, I'm just doing splits against a wall. And then I do crunches during this. I do 8 center, and then I do 8 to the right, and then I do 8 center again, then I do 8 to the right, and then I kind of rest for a hot second in this stretch. I love this stretch. As you can see, I am pushing down on my legs just a tiny bit to, stretch more. But this stretch, you just kind of relax and let gravity do the work, but I get bored. That is why I do crunches. So after a few seconds, I do the set of 8 again. Sometimes I do 16, sometimes I do 4, just whatever your body feels like it can do. I mean, some days are obviously better than others. If you think you can do double, do double. If you think you can only do half, do half. Trust your bodies, guys. Don't want to see any of you hurt. And then I'll rest a bit again. And I do this stretch for a long time, but only do it until you can stand the stretch. Don't hurt yourselves. Those are the very basics of warm-ups and stretches I do just daily. And there'll be more videos about like just straight up leg extensions and splits and pretty much anything. So stay tuned and go be flexible.